Good morning, everybody. It is March 17th, and I want to welcome everybody to our weekly Health Coach Huddle Up. Glad that you guys are all here to join me. This is such a great community, great support system. And I'm excited about the topic that we're talking about today. If you've been on the last few weeks, you may have noticed that we're kind of presenting a little bit of a progression in the way we are introducing things and training, basically right from when we start a client and how we integrate them into this amazing community. So a few weeks ago, we talked about how we want to layer the coaching opportunity from the beginning because it's a great opportunity for people, their personal benefits, but also just helping others and building that community so that the longevity of their journey will last. Then we introduced a very fun call, the meet and greet. And I think last week we had the opportunity to actually practice that in breakout rooms. So that was a lot of fun. I would love it if any of you are able to come off of mute and let us know, have you been able to do the meet and greet? Introduce that concept that, hey, let's celebrate when you've lost your first 5 pounds. What was that experience like practicing or doing that call this week? Anybody willing to hop off of mute and tell us about their experience?
I can do that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think it's been fun because it feels really natural to get people plugged in, and it's nice to know that you're not alone. Obviously, I mean, you can see it on the Facebook community, and but just getting plugged into coaches, both for myself and my new client, is really beneficial. And I think the energy is amplified quickly because of the excitement of really the predictable changes that are going to happen. So it has been, I have to be intentional because it's not what I've been doing.
Right.
It has been met with zero resistance from people. So it's been definitely very positive.
So Carrie, you said your personal benefit and the benefit to your clients. What would you say those are? What are the personal benefits to you doing the meet and greets?
Personal benefits, I would say just how we want to edify each other. So getting my coach, encouraging them, and then receiving encouragement, and then knowing that the client is being involved in that, I think is pretty huge.
Yeah.
And then just knowing for myself, knowing that I'm not coaching this person alone either. Like I feel more support too. So that's my personal benefit. And I think the client sees the layers. And so that's a big benefit for them in knowing that we're all clients and on our own journey. So it's not like we're up here and they're down here. It's like we're all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Anybody else have a chance to do a meet and greet and experience this last week? Nobody else? Barbara?
Yeah, I had a meet and greet earlier this week. Actually, it was a celebration of a man that has been in the program a week and has just experienced some really phenomenal success. So I teamed with Daniela, and it was very, very positive. His energy was great. Sometimes I feel like a little awkward in the meet and greets, but this particular one was just, he was open to hearing Daniela sharing, little tips and that kind of thing. So it was, it was a real positive thing. My other 2 meet and greets that I was trying to set up fell through this week, so I get to do those next week.
Yay. Well, Barbara, I think the call that you and Daniela did would be called a client story call, and which is great because that's actually what we're going to be talking about today, is that next step. So you've done the meet, and the meet and greet I just love it because it literally is 2 minutes. And we just put a sample of that. I just posted that last night. So kind of a video. Daniela, Diana, and I recorded a video of just the quick meet and greet because I don't know about you, but it's nice for me to have the repetition to learn about it and just kind of get the wording down. But it's super easy. And like Carrie said, it's fun. I can't tell you, I mean, I've been doing this for almost 4 years. Can't tell you, like I'm so excited to get a meet and greet. And, you know, somebody contacts me, will you do a meet and greet for me? Yes, because it's 2 minutes and it is absolutely fun. And I loved, Alex and Craig posted a video too, just after they had done one. And that energy is exactly what you feel, very quick. And then I was going to say, who's ready? Like, who's got a client that's at their 5 pound mark and you need to do the second call? That is what we're talking about today. So I'm going to share my screen. I just uploaded this document to the Optimal Health Coach page so that you can, if you're good at having more than one window open, you're welcome to have it up kind of permanently for you. But let me share my screen so that you can follow along with me. I want to teach you the components and then we'll play a little video. So here's the client story call outline. Hopefully everybody's seeing that okay? Give me a thumbs up or something. Yep, okay, great. So it's, what I love about it is it can be very structured and there's a lot of words here, but just know that it's gonna be getting into your brain. It's gonna be very natural. So if you're the mentor coach, your coach will introduce the two of you and you probably have already met because you've already done the meet and greet. And the first thing that as a mentor coach I want to do is we really want them to be very, very centered and focused on their reasons why they're getting healthy. So even though it's probably only been a few days or a week, I ask them, what is your top reason for getting healthy? And it gets them just kind of, I know you told me about this before. It's really important that it's at the forefront of your mind. So can you just remind me what your top reason is for getting healthy? And then, so what victories have you been experiencing? You know, and we already know they've already hit their 5 pound mark. So that's exciting. But a lot of times they're like, I can't believe how I'm sleeping. And hopefully they're in fat burn at this point. So they're feeling the energy and they're not feeling really hungry. And once they're done explaining all of that, maybe asking a couple questions, you just, wow, I am so excited to continue to see your transformation and to be a part of your team in supporting you. And then as the mentor coach, you can say, is it okay if I give you a few tips? And then I love this phrase we wrote out word for word because I think it's really powerful. You know, I've been coaching for a while, and if you haven't, that's okay. You don't have to lead with that. You know, you could say there's a few things that we've noticed about the people who are most successful, who get all the way to their goals and then set more goals or new goals. And they all do the same things. And these things for you guys are not going to be surprises. These are the core components of our program. So we talk about the Habits of Health system, you know, building community around yourself, and then living their journey out loud. And this is where we get another opportunity to layer that. You know, people you know that may not be interested in being healthy, they can actually help hold you accountable. If they know you're working on this goal, they might say, well, what are you eating? I thought you were eating healthy, and remind yourself of those things. The other thing is on the second bullet, people are going to be noticing you may have more energy. They might see you melting away. You might just seem happier. It's important for us to make note of those things because if they decide they want to coach, we need to have our antennas up to see, you know, sometimes people will comment on your energy and that's actually them commenting on your health. And we can actually translate for them. So just even noting that gets their antennas up. And then when that happens, you can connect them to your great, amazing health coach that you have. And they would love to work with them. But most people want to work with somebody that they know, love, and trust. And that obviously is the client. And so we point that out as well. And when it happens, you can choose to coach them yourself. That's what many people do, or you can refer them. Either way, it's going to be great. So we just kind of drop that right there, bring it back. But right now, today, we are celebrating you. And just, you know, thanks for introducing us. We are so excited to be on this journey together. And then give them an opportunity to ask any questions that might be on their mind. and then close the call with, I'm so excited to see your transformation and be part of your team. So I'm going to stop the share right there and just see if there's any quick questions. And then we actually, before Diane and Daniela and Craig and Alex and everybody left town, we were able to record a modeling of this. So are there any questions before we go to the modeling so you can see what this actually looks like? No?
I actually, just to clarify something, Kim, on that modeling there, the introduction and the first 2 points, introduction and the remind me what your goals are, that's the client's coach. That's the front.
Yeah, so thank you for clarifying that, Martin. So the introduction is the coach introducing, if I'm the mentor coach, is the coach introducing the two of us. And then the asking about the your top reasons for getting healthy is the mentor coach asking the client.
Yeah, so that, because it's unclear who's actually doing the speaking.
Yeah, okay, so let's go to the example, and then if that is still confusing, Martin, let's talk about that right after, okay? Now this is the tricky part, make sure I can share this with sound. Okay. You'll have to give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear and everything.
Started with the client story call, and Kim is going to take the part of the client, and Diane is going to take the part of the team coach, and I am going to be Kim's coach. So here we go. All right, so it would be the same format where we'd be meeting on Zoom, so it would look just like this. And Kim, I am so excited that you're here to meet Diane, and Diane to meet Kim face to face. You guys have hooked up on a call before, but so excited to be celebrating together. So I know that Diane has some great things to share, and Kim, I'll let you go ahead and take it away.
So great. Well, Kim, gosh, it just seems like the other day when we met. Can you remind me of your top reason that you decided to go on this health journey?
Yeah, you know, I was just miserable. It hurt to get up, and you know, just not comfortable in my own skin with so much weight to lose, and PCOS. It just honestly, I just started to prove it wrong. And I'm surprised that I'm here in 1 week celebrating already. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's so exciting, isn't it? Have you already noticed some benefits from just the 5 pounds?
Well, I really thought that it was just my mind playing tricks on me, but I felt like my stomach was thinner, and I'm feeling good energy now. But honestly, 5 pounds would have taken me like a month to lose before. So I'm just shocked right now. So.
Yeah. Well, that's really exciting. So I love to hear these stories. It just really keeps me doing what I do. I'm so excited to watch your transformation and to be part of your team. Can I share a couple of things with you?
Sure.
Okay. Well, what I've noticed is with those people who are the most successful on their journey, who make it to their big goal and set new goals, there's some things that they all share in common. So one of those is, you know, you've got an amazing coach. Daniela, I've known her for a while, and she's just such a great coach. Lean into her. She's going to be a great resource for you in terms of accountability, and she's really going to defend your why. So lean into her. Second thing is learn the habits of health system. You know, have you had any chance at all to start reading the book or work on the workbook or listen to any of the calls? Have you done any of those things?
I haven't listened to the calls or done the workbook, but I did start reading the first few chapters. I was kind of surprised because I expected it looked like a textbook, and I wasn't real excited about getting in there, but I was pleasantly surprised that it was much easier to read than a textbook. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of clients feel that way. I know I did when I first read it. So, yeah, so the book is going to really, all of those things really are going to really help transform your mind because, you know, the nutrition plan you're on is going to help you melt away. But the books and the calls are really going to transform your mind so you'll have long lasting results. So that's another thing. And then the community. I'm sure Daniela has introduced you to the community already. Have you gone on there and interacted with anybody?
Not really, but I am already even just a weekend thinking that I'm getting a little tired of some of my recipes. I noticed there were some of those on there. So
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to become a really big resource for you too. Tips and tricks, and part of the community, it's great to get on there and share your own successes and celebrate other people as well. So. And then this is really important, live your journey out loud, because as you share that you're on this incredible journey, people that you don't even expect are going to want to support you and encourage you, so that when you're in restaurants, maybe having dinners with them, lunches, whatever, parties, holidays, whatever, they're going to help you along with this journey too, and they'll hold you accountable too, which will be really nice, even if they're not healthy themselves. So that's really exciting. And then people are really going to start noticing you going through this, and you're going to have a lot more energy. And you're going to be melting away, like I said earlier, and you're even going to seem healthier. So when that happens, you can connect them to Daniela, and she would really be excited to work with them herself. But, you know, most people want to work with someone they know, love, and trust. And guess who that is? That's you. So when that happens, we'll ask you if you want Daniela to support them or if you might want to do it. So either way, it's going to be great. So mostly today, though, we want to celebrate you. So I am so excited to be here with you today and, you know, be part of this journey and celebrate you today. So do you have any questions for me?
I don't think I do. I'm just still kind of in shock.
Well, congratulations, because you've really made a big milestone. So I will look forward to celebrating you in the future as well, and seeing you in the community.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We're going to have lots of opportunity to celebrate. I can tell already.
Yes.
All right. Well, I am excited to, I haven't checked the chat yet. Let me see what's down there, but I'm excited to hear your thoughts, impressions, questions. Martin, is that clear now that you've been able to see it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that for other individuals reading that text, who was doing what, because it was clear where the handoff was. Great.
Yeah. And then that's a good point. So maybe, that can be, well, I'll be posting the same video on the OHC right after this. So yeah, any other reactions, questions? Has anybody done one of these client celebrations calls? Yes. Do you have a question, Barbara? Go ahead.
No, it's just that I did do this with Danielle, and it ran pretty much true to form there. And what I really liked about it was how the mentor coach Daniela gave such real clarity into the journey, and how and feeling really connected. The three of us connected. And we got into one thing that she was real specific about was making sure that my client was connected to the Facebook community, which I went ahead and did right after the celebration call, and he came back to me just really jazzed about what he saw. So. So this is, for me, it was it was a great way to make sure that I'm doing all the due diligence and bringing people along on their journey and helping them, stay true to it. So.
Absolutely. I don't know if you've experienced this, Barbara, but having been coaching for a while, what I love about this process, and I'd love to get more feedback on it, but what I love about this process is it used to be, I would tell everybody, we have this amazing community, such great support and everything else. And we do. And for those people, some people naturally just gravitate to that. They go after it, they find it, and it's awesome. But for a lot of people, that box of food arrives, they have an amazing first week, and in their mind, subconsciously or not, I don't know, it's like, this works, I don't need community. And for those of us that maybe shy away from it a little bit more, I just feel like as the coach, I am like, come on, let me show you, like I'm dragging them. Come on, like, have you seen this? Will you join me here? And this sets us up for so much more success, I think, because the very first contact they have is with the amazing community. And within days, they have their second contact with the community. So it just has been really, really cool to see in the last few weeks. Any other questions, comments, things that you noticed?
Kimmers, can you hear me okay?
Yay, Linda's back.
Good morning.
Morning.
I apologize for how I look, but it's exactly how I feel. So, new baby.
Amazing.
Oh, it's good lighting. Grandma brought me breakfast, so I'm good. And she has Reagan, or else I'd have her on the screen.
Yes.
But what I so love about this is that I've struggled personally with knowing, how do I layer coaching in a natural, organic way? We hear about it, we hear the opportunities and the successes of other people who have started paying it forward and what it can do for their lives. And I've just personally struggled with knowing, how do I bring that on so that it feels natural and can really present the opportunity and the script. And like you said, Kim, the introduction to community right out of the bat, because I've totally had that where the food comes, they have their success, and then it's like pulling teeth almost to get them to connect again. And I was layering community in that wellness call. So it's a struggle, and it just gives everything a rinse and repeat format so that I can do it the same every time. And my clients who decide they want to pay it forward can now do it. And I have something to give to them, and they have something to watch and to duplicate. So I'm really excited about just the natural pace of it, as well as the duplicity of it and what's possible and how it can, it's right out of the gate. Like you said, you're layering this as a possibility, and you're giving them opportunities to say, besides the scale, when people notice your energy or your attitude difference, that's a sign too. And it's just, I'm pumped. I think this could be a huge game changer for a lot of us who are really excited to take our business as well as our personal development as mentor coaches to the next level. So I'm really excited, and thanks for putting that video on and doing it. It's going to be really good.
Thank you, Linda. So glad to have you, to see you again. I can't wait to see Reagan some more on the videos too.
Oh, she'll be on for sure. Yeah.
Anybody else want to jump in? Yes, Lynn.
Hi, Martin's my coach. Hey, Martin. Martin is doing such a great job with me, and so many things that he says to me, little pieces of I know what he's learned from Craig, stick in my mind, and repeat. But I wanted to know from other people how, what are your own experiences? Like, what stories do you have integrating the community in and getting that brand new or potential client on, because you guys are like a week later, but on that three-way call, how do you facilitate that, and what situations have you had your best success with?
Absolutely. So Lynn, can I ask a little clarifying question? This is for, are you wondering about potential clients? Are you wanting to do a three-way call to introduce the program, or is it once they've started or once they've decided?
Well, I guess more the introduction, because that's where I'm at with several people, including my son is one of them, and it's kind of like pulling teeth. Like, I think if they saw the community, you guys, and would hear it, they would be, wow. But how do you get them in front of everybody else?
That's great.
In a real, real way.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think that, honestly, Lynn, my initial response is that I think is a little bit more of that's one of the reasons I love this format. So once people decide they want to get healthy, it's so much easier to get them plugged in because they're excited. And this is just what we do. So when it's on the front side of that and they're not sure, it can be a little bit more challenging. Does anybody want to jump in and give some advice and tips on how they do that?
Come on. Oops.
Sure, I'll jump in.
Come on, you guys are all, and if I could set this up just a little bit more.
Sure.
Okay, and you guys are all pros at this. This is kind of a similar situation where you've spoken with someone, and this is part of our community to get a client integrated, but they're used to, or maybe they're not at a place where, no, I just want to work with you. I don't want to have any contact with anybody else. I just want to, and I know I can just do this and that's okay. In fact, I may not even contact you once a week, but so that's where their mindset is. I'm not confident. I'm in blame and shame below the line, and I just want to do this diet type thing. Mm-hmm. And as a coach, that's not how we coach. That's not how I work with clients, because we're in it for your success. So how do we move them off of that mindset?
Jonathan, did you have a response to that?
Yeah, actually, Christina Smith is one of my coaches, and she's on the call too. So anyway, we actually did it for one of her friends last week. Christina, was it?
She's on mute.
Oh, unmute, Christina. Hello.
I'm here. Okay,
did we do it last week with Michelle?
Yes.
Yeah, so a little bit of the struggles was setting up a time because Michelle kept calling and then saying, oh no, I'll do it next time. I'll do it next time. So I think one of the things that Christina really did to make it, for that initial, hey, this is the guy who's coaching me, ask questions, do the intake and all that kind of stuff, was she stressed the importance and the value of not only my time, but Christina's time as well. So, hey, we're taking, he was taking time out of his day to come meet with us and everything, and it ended up being a lockdown thing that we booked in, and then Christina confirmed it ahead of time. It was really flawless. Once we got in there, we were all in the room and then had a great conversation. But it was getting that initial time booked up between Christina and her friend so that we were able to all meet at one time. And I think a big part of it was Christina stressing the importance of, hey, this is how we do this. This is a guy I really want you to meet and go through some stuff with you. So that's kind of where we went with that.
Well, I think part of it too is just being understanding that life happens and people forget or whatever, and knowing that you're trying to help them, you're not trying to sell them. And that really helped her too, I think, because she was like, well, I'm not ready to do this yet, money this, money that. And I was like, really just letting her know that it's okay and we're not upset, and we understand that life happens. John and I both have children, and so, well, right now I only have one, thank God, but I just having to be a mom and try to find time, or a dad and trying to find time and working and whatever, like just knowing that it's okay when things don't work out the way they originally planned, but they will eventually work out, because consistency is what brings the results in every aspect of this Optavia Take Shape for Life journey. Is consistency brings results. And something that John shared with me is that, the sacrifice or sacrifice plus discipline equals change. So if we're consistent with our clients, which I'm really working on getting clients at this point, we're consistent with our clients and we're understanding that life happens, there's going to be less, I would say, angst in the relationship, and it's going to be more open. And I just feel like that was one of those situations where she just kept forgetting and it wasn't a priority. So I just think that people need to understand that it's not about making me happy. It's about us helping you get healthy. And so that's my little gist.
Yeah, I love that. And, I think there are some strategies, Lynn Ann, and maybe that's a good topic for a future call as well. I'm just thinking that sometimes it's, for the most part, it's a simple job that we have, but it's not always easy. And so one of the things that I like to present to potential clients, and everybody's ready at their own time, and that's part of the difficult part, the patience piece. But I believe that if we can present them that, and just kind of continue with the same points as far as the importance of community. Community increases our chances of success by 250%. And so are you satisfied to leave that out of the equation? Are you, if they're just doing the how alone, they have less than a 15% chance of keeping the weight off. Is that okay? Is that okay with you? Is that what you want? But doing that in a loving way and just being ready, like, the moment that you're open to more and wanting to increase those chances. I have to, with some of my clients that are resistant to that, I almost have to wait till they fall down a little bit and say, is now the time? Can we plug into community? Can we see if that helps you? Can we see if that will increase your chances of success? And so being ready for that. When it's a potential client, I just try to communicate that we have so many different options, and with the money as well. We have, I will plug people into the challenge. Well, you don't have enough money? Well, let's get you involved in community. Let's get you involved in these huddles. And eventually they'll see the predictable transformation. All of a sudden the value becomes a lot greater. Linda, go ahead.
Yeah, Lynn Ann, just to clarify, are you talking about potential clients that you want to introduce to the community before they're even starting? You are, okay. The struggle is real for everybody, so you're not alone. And I think people are naturally skeptical, and they should be, because so much is out there where people are gimmicked. So it's natural for people to be kind of hesitant, like, wait, I'm going to meet your mentor. What does that mean? Are they going to make a pitch? So some layering tools that I've used, and I think Kim's already mentioned this, but that's been helpful, is talking about the community piece, but also saying, using terms like, I'd love to explore if what I coach is a good fit. I'm learning how to ask questions. I'm doing some personal training with our coach. Would you mind if he helped me out, helped me learn how to find out what you want to see if it's a match? And those terms can really be helpful just because they're very unassuming. And I don't know if this makes sense, Kim, or if anybody else has ideas or wants to pipe up, but that's been helpful for me, bringing on someone who's not even a client yet, is saying, I want to see if what I coach is a match. We don't know. And I'm doing some personal training to learn how to help people and assist them better. Would you mind if or you don't even almost say, would you mind? Because even that can bring up a thought that they don't need to think if they haven't thought it yet. But saying, my mentor's been training me. Are you willing to help me learn how to help people better? And that's just a good way to you're front loading it as a training opportunity for you, and you're propositioning it as an opportunity that they're going to get better help if you bring someone else on. So does that make sense, Kim, at all? Or Lynn Ann?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Lynn Ann, do you have any follow-up questions on that?
Well, I noticed, Linda and Kim, that you guys are very particular, like you said, unassuming. So it's really disarming the other person because you're making them feel like they're not being attacked or pressured, but you're offering help and assistance. I'm here for you. Can you help me do something, instead of pressure of trying to sell?
Yeah. And I think Christina touched on that too, who talked beforehand.
Yeah, and I love the terminology. I'm not sure if it's a match for you. I'm not, you know, like, this is what we're going to find out together. I think that sets up the opportunity that, or the, you know, instead of like, I'm going to try to convince you that this is the opportunity, we're going to explore this to make sure that it is, instead of, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, great. Well, this has been great, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and close out this portion of the call, and we're going to move on to Dr. A's Habits of Health. So let me just stop the recording for this portion.